not about living in the past and kind of complaining about how it used to be better back in the day and all of that. It's many people say it's about living in the present, but I think it's more about living slightly in the future and trying to get there as fast as possible, trying to make things change as fast as possible to get there, having a clear picture of what you want things to be like, especially if you're one of the guys that complains about how it used to be better before. So I think right now the most important thing is to add value to the scene. It's not really enough to just make music and sound like anybody else or any famous guy that you know or you appreciate. It takes a lot of effort and a lot of hours, a lot of work, but I think that the people that put in those hours and that work really get the reward at the end of the day, you know. And these are the guys that are really pushing something forward and the guys that I really respect, you know. So somehow, slowly, I'm working hard to kind of get there, you know. It's very hard to find your own personal sound, but if you really want to do something special, it's essential. When I was listening to techno music in the beginning, in my earlier years, I always really enjoyed these tracks that made me close my eyes and made me get into the song, not just listen to it and enjoy it and dance to it, but just like really slow down for a minute, close my eyes and really focus and absorb that track or that special sound in that track. And this kind of stayed with me for many years, and later on in my life when I started making music, every time I sit down in the studio and start a track, that's exactly what I want to convey. You know, I want my track to be the one that makes somebody in the dance floor close their eyes and really think like, whoa, I'm going somewhere now, you know, I'm traveling right now, you know, and if ever this happens, then I'll be happy and I'll be satisfied that I'm sure that I'm doing a good job. I experiment a lot with using machines the way they're not supposed to be used. I've been lucky that lately I've bought a couple of multi-effect units that have really helped me to achieve this. So with these machines, you've got so many possibilities of sound design and sound manipulation that just browsing through the thousands of options that they give you already inspires me. So in a way, I just pick up a sound and just play with it for hours and hours and hours until it sounds unique. I think I've got this very good sense of how a sound, what color it should have or what tonality it should have for it to be good quality in what I think is good quality. So basically I put a lot of effort into this and a lot of time into this. I'm not easily satisfied with the usual rhythm or the usual patterns. I always try to find something new, something original in a way. Trying new things, trying new techniques, new effects, and getting away from these kind of easy sounding or cliche kind of sounds, you know. So I don't get easily satisfied, so that's why I think my tracks sound how they sound, you know. I don't use the usual rhythms. I also don't have a musical background, so for me it's very hard to play melodies or play something that is musically perfect, you know. So to do something that moves people, I need to be using effects to create this kind of sense of rhythm or sense of movement, you know. And it's without a musical background, it all comes down to experimentation and putting in a lot of hours experimenting. So one of the main things that has inspired me lately is the freedom that I experienced since moving to Berlin. This is a city that allows you to have a lot of free time to think about yourself and discover yourself, and thanks to this I think I could think deeply what I want to do and who I am and where I am musically at the point I came here, and evolve on that. And that really inspired me in the way of being really happy about having the time to actually focus on the music and not worry about making the money to pay the rent or buying the food or living, you know. I still had to worry about those things, but not as I did in London, where it was only worrying about that and trying to make music with a mind thinking on maybe I should be working or focusing on my job instead of focusing on this. Here in Berlin, I've been able to just focus on the music, and that's been really inspirational and really helpful to getting where I'm at the moment, and hopefully to improve on that and evolve. Work hard and never stop working and put in the hours, and that's I mean, I have a lot of friends here in Berlin that are starting up, they're starting to make their own music and experimenting, and you know what I always tell them is, yeah, they show me their tracks and they're okay, but I always tell them, come back to me in 4 years time, and if you're still there and you're still showing me tracks with the passion you have right now, then you will already have noticed that you've got somewhere with your sound, and then just keep working from there.